I feel it in my fingers.
In my fingers.
I feel it in my toes.
Feel it in my toes, yeah.
Love is all around. Oh, fuck, wank, bugger, shitting, ass, head, and hole. Start again. I feel it in my fingers.
In my fingers.
I feel it in my toes.
Feel it in my toes, yeah.
Christmas is all around me.
All around
And
me.
so the feeling grows.
So the feeling grows.
It's written in the wind.
In the wind.
So everywhere I go.
Everywhere I go.
So if you really love Christmas, come on, let it snow.
Come on and let it.
This is shit, isn't it?
Yep. Solid gold shit, Maestro.
Okay, gentlemen, ladies, 18 and older, we're back. Reels, Booze, and Bros, RB2, Reels, Booze, and Bros. We are now back. We got a special edition podcast to you for you guys today, all of our listeners out there. Just want to let you know that we had Goodfellas on our last podcast. Hope you guys liked that. Listen to us on Spotify, Apple iTunes, Google Podcasts, a bunch of other stuff. If anyone listens to us, I hope you got it, enjoyed it. Again, great movie. Lots of fun stuff to talk about it. Lots of one-liners. Brian the aristocrat over here, how he likes his steak. Nick, what was that, a hoof? A hoof?
The paw.
The paw?
What do you call that thing?
So, yeah, it was great. I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as we enjoyed bringing it to you. Today we got something special for you since it's almost going to be Christmas and end of this week. We're going to do a little bit different. No awards. No Randy Watson. No Adrian Balboa on this. Well, it could be the Randy Watson, the Christmas movies. But back on topic. We're going to do our top 5 Christmas movies. We're going to each go in order. Whoever we think's the top 5, Brian, me, Jay, my co-host, talk about them. But before we go on, we're going to do what we're drinking. Oh, excuse me, let me backtrack a moment. So top 5 Christmas movies. Then we're going to talk about whether this is a Christmas movie or not. We hinted about it a little bit on the Goodfellas podcast. So we're going to bring it into fruition today. All right, but today, again, let's start off what we're drinking.
Jay using SAT words, fruition.
So we got another beer. This is brought to you by Brian again.
In the English section.
I think that's right. Spell my name right. You see what that says, motherfucker? This is Adidas.
I taught you how to read that.
Brian, what movie?
Oh, that's the program.
Ah, there
That's
we
a
go.
classic.
Indeed it is. That might be one of them we have to do on here. So
Oh,
anyway.
it will be one we have to do on here.
Put it on the list. Okay, so we got Kane Brewing today. Brian, SBX. What family is this brought up? From the Kane Brewing family?
It's from the Sneak Box family.
The Sneak Box family.
It's very, very solid beer. I like it. I'm more of a fan of the Sneak Box, but the SBX is a solid choice behind it. What is it? I didn't realize it was this high in percentage.
Yeah, it's like
8.4.
an 8.4 percentage. I think that's why I like it a little better than the Sneak Box. Sneak Box is like a 7.6 maybe. Don't quote me on that. I don't know. I gotta put this on our Untapped app. You can find me, Captain America Dad. I'll check it in with you guys. See what we're doing here. Let us know what we're boozing up on this. So, Nick, what do you think of this?
I love it.
Okay.
I love SBX. It's one of my favorites that Kane produces in regards to their IPAs. I like Sneak Box, but for me, I'm the opposite of Brian, where I think this one's better than the original.
Hey, man.
But that's not to knock the original. The original is still a great beer. It's a great crushable beer. But yeah, no, I love this beer. It's one of my favorites.
As you can see, we go back to Kane a lot. They're one of the better breweries around, so we like to have their stuff.
That's correct. There's no denying that. I'm a huge Kane fan. I like Icarus. We got to bring something from Icarus lately. Source Brewery. Nick's a huge fan of that. So eventually we'll start tapping around all these breweries that we got going on. You like that little pun I just used, right? Now, on with the show. Top 5 movies. Anyone want to take the lead on this? Do you want me to jump out there? What do you guys think, huh? Top 5 Christmas movies. Let's just go out there with it.
Well, I had a tough time just doing 5, so I had to split it into serious and comedic. So I don't want to stall everybody else up, and I'll let you
No,
guys
that
go
makes
first,
sense.
and I'll wrap up.
Oh, Nick's
Oh,
thinking
no.
out things.
I'm not fully prepared to speak, but it's okay.
Oh my
I was
goodness.
going to kind of spitball it, but then you also got to look at it like, are we going to include kids' movies?
Oh, I got everything in there.
So
I got a little bit. I got
Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
I mean, I was just gonna say I got the 26 minute, TV specials. To me,
Yeah,
that's
okay.
included.
Yeah,
I mean,
like,
it was Pandora's box. We opened it. There were no rules or regulations, so I'm no holds barred.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to think about mine for a couple minutes because I'm gonna have to separate it into younger to like older.
I see. Okay,
Because
so
listen, I will still watch Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, and I will still watch Frosty the Snowman. Like it's okay. I will watch
100%.
them. I look forward to those when they come on.
So then, Jay, would you like me to go then, or would you
no,
like to
that's
go?
quite all right. Since I'm the one that prepared for this, I guess I'll be the one that's going to
Oh, I'm
start. leading
prepared.
us up.
I'm prepared.
Okay, I thought
I'm
you
just
said
saying,
you
I'm
were
prepared.
We're
I
just
just
we're just breaking them down.
yeah,
Broken
I
down.
have 2 separate lists.
Two
so.
separate lists. I like that. You know what? I'll go with the one list. We'll build off the 2, and then Brian's gonna
I'll just add in.
add in
I'll just chime in
spitball.
and be like, hey, what do you think?
Okay. I might add, since we're not on TV yet, that we're waiting on that TV YouTube deal. Brian's wearing a nice Stay Frosty shirt for this special occasion. Very
You know,
cute.
Gotta get in the Christmas spirit.
He is very Christmassy. I
yep.
like that.
And the red sneaks to match. So hey.
Wayo.
You fancy. All right, so here we go. My list. Starting from number 5, Home Alone. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
I tell you what, here's a quick little story. So we have the book, an actual kid's book on Home Alone. And I've been reading it to my daughter.
Get out of here.
yeah, it's actually...
I gotta get that.
It's good. So it's pretty good. But ever since we moved into our new home, Liliana does not like this book. She believes that the wet bandits are going to come inside the house. She had nightmares that she was left home alone and that the bad guys are going to come get her. So I have to. So every night she's like, I keep thinking about the bad guys coming. Did you lock all the doors? Are you going to check again? So it's a struggle. The bags underneath my eyes are there.
Is it the pop-up? Is that the one you have?
No, it's not a pop-up. It's actually, I'll take some pictures and send it to you.
Okay.
It's really good.
It's like an actual like hardcover
Yeah.
copy.
Yeah, it's a hardcover book, but nice illustrations and everything. Pretty simple to the point. Okay, now moving on. Number 4. I got an animated film called Arthur Christmas. Was in the year 2011. I'm not sure if you guys... Nick, you may have seen this.
Nah.
I believe it's on Netflix.
Haven't seen it.
So,
Arthur Christmas.
yes, Arthur Christmas.
Can't say that I
Very,
have.
very, very good. The Arthur is the brother, is the son. So there's 2 sons. There's an older brother, I forgot his name, and the younger brother's Arthur. And there's Santa. It's like a generation of Santas. So there's Grandpa Santa. There's Santa. There's the older brother, who was trying to take over the operation of being Santa, and there's Arthur, who basically is the Christmas spirit. You know, he's a doofus. He's clumsy. He's all over the place, but he means well, and he has one job in this Christmas is to get this one kid their bicycle, and he puts in so much effort and time. It's a nice story. The kids will love it. That's why it's in my top 5. And I believe it's Ewan McGregor is the voice of Arthur Christmas. Very good. Check it out. I'm pretty sure, Nick, your kids will love it as well. So moving on. Number 3. This was controversial before, but Die Hard. Die Hard is my number 3 top 5 Christmas movie.
Okay.
Yeah, John McClane. You can't have Christmas without John McClane. It's on all the time.
I haven't seen it on yet.
Well, then you're looking at the right channels.
I've been watching a lot of holiday baking.
Of The View, the holiday.
It's pretty impressive what they
This
can
is-
do. I'm not gonna lie.
We're probably gonna do a battle royale later on. Die Hard's gonna be one of the one thrown in there. And so moving on, number 2, The Santa Claus, starring Tim Allen. That is a classic Christmas movie. It can't get any more
Wow.
Christmas than that.
That's number 2 for
That's
you,
number
huh?
2 for me.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, number 2, The Santa Claus. It was tough to put on for number 1, but for number 1, it's The Elf.
Wow.
Yeah, Will Ferrell, Elf.
Really?
Okay.
Yep. Yep.
I love that movie.
That's no matter when it's on, I'm gonna watch it.
Huh.
I love Elf.
That's an interesting top 5 right there.
Yeah, it's a little all over the place. So.
That's interesting.
And
So-
I'm singing, and I'm singing, and I'm number 1. So okay, listen, Elf is a great
I
movie.
love Elf.
You know, there's just a lot of good lines in there. Like that could be we could have just done Elf as the podcast on itself, and we could talk about that for a while.
Yeah,
You know, it's that good.
we could
So,
have. Maybe we
Elf,
will.
Elf would make my top 5 for sure.
Yeah, it was definitely one of my top 5 comedic. for sure. I love that movie. It's a great movie. But wow, number one overall, total, end of story. That's
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go. Number
Wow.
one, Elf. Overall, out of all the other Christmas movies, it's such a feel-good movie. It's hysterical. If you're a comedy, you're gonna get me. Like you make me laugh, you're in there. The fact that this is a nice feel-good movie, very original. It became a classic after, like, they made a play about this, a
Right.
musical. So
Right.
there's even like a claymation, I want to say, like an animated thing about this. Like,
Is it really?
think
Yeah,
there
I
is,
want to say
yeah.
check
Wow.
Netflix again. It was on there. Netflix, Jesus, to get everything. So it's so good.
Well, for me, I like I said, it's on my list. I had it at 3. You know, it's a great one. You know, below Elf, I have, you know, one that you've already talked about in Home Alone. You know, that's a great movie. Can't knock it.
I feel like no, because we grew up with
yeah,
that. So
that's
like,
exactly.
we were Kevin McAllister's age, like when that movie came
Right,
out. So
right.
it's all relatable to us, where you could all picture us being the 7 or 8-year-old kid that got left home alone.
That's
Right.
great.
Right.
Fend for yourself. Learn how to shave for the first time.
Yeah, yeah.
Filthy animal.
Look what you did now, you little jerk.
Yep, yep.
So what else you got, Nick?
I got number 4. I'm surprised this wasn't discussed by you, but Bad Santa.
Yes.
That
I was really surprised. I mean, to me, that's a great one.
it is.
Just for, you know, especially later on when I got married and had to watch Gilmore Girls and realize the character that,
yeah, she's
you know,
completely.
yeah, it's totally
opposite.
different, totally
Yeah.
different character. Trying to take care of this Harvard student to fuck me Santa.
Yep.
You know,
Oh, good.
yeah.
yeah, of course. Yeah.
So
Billy,
then,
Billy Bob Thornton's amazing. That movie.
yeah, oh yeah. Then, so I said 3 was Elf. Number 2 is National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. Gotta
Yeah.
have that on there. That was a great one. I mean, all ages, everyone I know watches that movie and laughs. Male, female, young, old. It's great.
I'm gonna cut you off here. I highly dislike that movie.
What?
Yes. I can't get into it. I
Are
just
you
can't.
kidding me?
Yeah, I am not a fan of that movie.
Really?
Yeah.
It's like one of Chevy Chase's best performances.
No, his best.
I don't know about that.
Oh, his character is just really.
I don't know about
It
that.
just-
He's got a lot. I think he's got a lot better than that, but it was still
I mean-
great.
Listen, I think he peaked at Caddyshack.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, I did enjoy Fletch. I'm not saying I loved it completely.
right.
Fletch
So
was very good. Caddyshack is my number one.
Funny
Chevy Chase.
Farm? No.
After that,
Really? You didn't like Funny
I
Farm?
can't deal with Chevy Chase.
Wow.
I just want to punch him in the face sometimes
Wow.
when I look at it. So I'm gonna go out here and say
Don't hold back. Tell us how you
So
really feel.
so he's your Adrian Balboa in National Lampoons?
yeah. Actually, you know what? That movie, I probably that or the other one
Shitter's
with
full. Like really? Come on.
like they have some like I'll give you that 1 or 2 lines, but I want to say that movie and I can't think of the other one with the stupid leg lamp. What's that movie?
Christmas Story.
I hate that one too.
What? That's my number 1.
God.
I am not a fan of that.
What?
movie.
Are you guys kidding me?
Yeah, those 2 movies.
Or
are
if our
ridiculous.
sister was here, then yeah, she'd be all about it.
Oh,
with
she
you,
loves
Nick.
it.
Like
That's a great movie.
24 hours of I want to rip my eyeballs out. Like,
Well, you just changed the channel. We have 1,000 channels
Oh,
on
listen,
the
I
TV.
know.
Why are you watching 24
I'm
hours of
just
a
saying,
show?
Does that movie have to be on for 24 hours?
No, I agree with you 100. No movie has to be on for
No,
24
but that
hours
one
straight.
is, and that's probably the reason why I don't like it.
Oh my! But that, I mean, come on. I don't know how you guys.
Like, good. I'm glad
the
you shot your
the
eye out.
lamp. The box comes in. Oh, it's Italian. It says fragile.
Yeah.
Come on.
I said it,
must be
it
Italian.
has some good one-liners on there, but other than that, I can't stomach it for more than like 5 minutes.
Wow. Totally disagree with that.
okay.
Love that. Stop watching it on Christmas Day.
No, I listen. I have
Take like 5 years off from it. Watch it again. You'll
try
have
to
a new
avoid it like
respect
Corona.
for it.
You know, it's one of those things. I just can't get into it. I'm not gonna throw it in any order, but some movies I feel like we missed. No one said Scrooged.
Well,
Oh, okay.
okay. So
okay. All right. So maybe Nick.
Listen,
go-
Nick,
Right.
Nick
So-
has 2 lists here. So.
yeah, I got 2 lists, and then
that
I even
was-
have a contenders list
so that
because
was
there's
so-
just so many like Christmas movies
All right,
out
so
there.
was that was the funny list? Or?
That was my funny list.
Okay.
Yes, and no, Scrooge is not on my serious list, but it is on my contenders list.
Okay.
All right. So my top 5 of the serious movies: Miracle on 34th Street, the original, not the one they redid
black
in
and
the
white.
90s. Yep,
Okay.
yep,
Okay.
yep. I love that movie.
Softy.
I am. I am. Gremlins, that's another one for me. Love that movie. I'm surprised that wasn't on any of your lists, Jay. I thought for
It
sure.
was there.
I thought for sure that would have been in there.
I kept to one list and what I really want to see.
Yeah,
on
I get it.
If I'm stuck on an island and it's Christmas Day, I want to watch these movies on
Gotcha.
Christmas.
I gotcha. And then for me, number 3, pre-kids, I would have never even had this movie on, but now that I have a kid and it's all that we watch, whether it's Christmas or not, The Polar Express.
That was very tough. I wanted to throw that out there because it's so good.
Yeah, I thought that was a great job. Tom Hanks is doing the
Steven
voice for
Spielberg,
like
right?
most of those characters. Did a great job. Really loved that one.
Ticket, please.
Yep. Then number 2 for me was How the Grinch Stole Christmas, the original 1967 TV version, where it's 26 minutes.
Yeah.
I mean, I love the remakes. They're on my contenders.
The Jim Carrey.
The Jim Carrey one was great, and even the one that was done, the animated one that was done recently, I think like 2017 or something.
I really enjoyed that one with Benedict Cumberbatch.
Yes.
Cumberbatch.
Yes.
Doctor
Strange.
Yes.
That was him. Yeah.
Yes.
I actually took Liliana to see that, and she, at that point in her life, she was a big fan of the villains. I want to say she
Really?
liked the bad guys, and she kept saying, "Daddy, where's the Grinch? I want to see the Grinch. Where's the Grinch at?" at all times, because she liked Pete the most from Mickey Mouse. She's like, "Oh, Pete's so funny." I'm like, "Okay, this is not."
You're in
looking too
trouble, buddy. Good luck.
Okay, Nick, go
So,
on.
anyways, and for me, the reason that the original one is the nostalgia. We grew up watching that one. We had a old VHS with a bunch of Christmas movies, and that was one of them. So every year we'd be watching that tape over and over. I really don't know how we didn't ruin the ribbon on that. But anyways, the last one that I have is my mom's favorite movie of all time, tied with Wizard of Oz, but it's definitely a great Christmas movie and great movie overall, and it's a Wonderful Life. That was for me. That's one of my all-time favorites.
So, do you want to go into your contenders list? You want to honorable mentions?
Yeah, I'm really just adding now.
Or is Brian just gonna unprepared? Brian's be like, "Yeah, I like that. Yeah, I like that." Like,
no, because
this is like a buffet, and you're sampling here, buddy.
No, because
Yeah,
most of
it
my
is.
list is gonna be kind of like newer stuff.
Okay. Yeah,
So,
listen,
like,
this is whatever you want,
Listen,
man.
Elf is gonna be on my list.
You do you.
Elf is gonna be on my list no matter what. I feel like I have to put the Santa Claus on there because once again, that was something that not kind of grew up with, but we did see it from the beginning.
Yeah, we saw a lot in our family. That was one that was going on.
Yeah.
That was there. And then the fact to see Tim Allen on Home Improvement and the same
Yeah.
as the Santa
So
Claus.
it's like it was same sort of time frame. I mean, I like Home Alone, but I don't like it enough to be like, hey, you're on my list. But I would take it over other movies.
So honorable mention, Home Alone. Okay.
Yeah, Nick is right with Christmas Vacation. I will put that on there. And then I like the newer stupid comedies that are out that are like have to deal with like Office Christmas Party. I love that movie.
Didn't see it.
Oh my God, that was the one with was that with
Jason
Seth
Bateman
Rogen?
and
Jason? No, yes,
Jason
Jason Bateman.
Bateman.
There was another one I wanted to throw out there. Was with Seth Rogen.
Listen, I know, and
You know what I'm
I
talking
love
about,
that
right?
movie too. It's
Another Christmas
the
movie.
the night before,
Yes.
and that's
I didn't see that one either.
that is so.
These
good.
are honorable mention Christmas movies
But this is what I like because this is more like my sense of like humor and all that sort of stuff, and it's just like them partying their ass off and just getting banged up, having a good time, and it's like the night before was just them like they had a Christmas tradition. Joseph Gordon-Levitt's character lost his parents on Christmas, so they've been going out. The two other guys have been going out for this past 15 years celebrating so he wouldn't be alone on Christmas from when they were in high school until now they're like 30. And now it just, we got to stop, bro. The tradition's over. Like, we're getting too old for this. But they go and they do all this stuff. They got the ugly sweaters on. Seth Rogen's got the big, like, Jewish star on. And he's just like,
Yeah, and
they
there's
go into the Chinese restaurant.
Anthony Mackie
and
was the other one. Yeah.
They go into the Chinese restaurant. He sees all the rabbis. He's like, "What's up?" But then they go do like certain things. Like they go to the tree. They go to Rockefeller Center. They go the FAO Schwartz. And they do their version of Tom Hanks,
yeah.
but it's
It's their Christmas tradition. Takes
yeah,
place
it's so funny.
I
It's
like
so
the way
much shit
how
happens.
it just dawned on me how like Nick and I are the married men with children, and you're still a single guy, and you're like, these are my Christmas movies: going out the night before and partying, having a good
listen,
time. We got traditions, getting fucking wasted.
Yeah,
Yeah, bro.
But look, I mean, right now, just because that's it. Like, I don't go out the night before Christmas and get wasted. I'm at the gym at 7:00 in the morning because it's open. So,
Again,
you know,
single man's lovely. No,
yeah.
it's not much
Listen,
dawned on. I got you.
if I had
I got
kids, it'd be a different story. I mean, I'd still
I know.
watch those movies and probably still put them on my list. But I like,
Let's see.
if you want, I'll give you
what
one.
else?
I'll give
What
you
else?
one that's a little bit less, but it's still funny. And I was watching it earlier today. Daddy's Home too.
I haven't seen
That
any of the
does take-
Daddy's Home.
That does take
That
place.
does
during
take place
Christmas.
during Christmas, and it's fantastic.
But does that just because it took place during Christmas, does that make it? Does that make it a Christmas movie? So let me ask you something. Like applying that logic,
Well, no,
James Bond, is that a foreign movie?
Foreign movie? No, I don't think it's a foreign movie.
But it's filmed in foreign countries, right?
Yeah.
It's filmed. It takes
Theoretically,
place.
Theoretically, you're right.
Right. So like,
But-
would you apply that logic
so
there?
Daddy's Home 2, they want to do a together Christmas, so that's why it's
Okay.
It's a Christmas movie.
Okay,
I
makes
mean,
a little
the
bit.
theme of the movie was Christmas. is
yeah.
what we're trying to
Okay.
say. The
So
overall
I mean,
theme.
and that's
The-
I am with you on because it takes place during Christmas doesn't mean it has to be a Christmas movie.
Okay, so we're jumping now to these Christmas movies, or do you want to add more?
No,
to
no,
your
no.
list?
No, we can
What do you got?
get back into
Okay,
it.
like,
But I mean,
Bad Santa 2.
no, like
other than-
Bad Santa.
Didn't see the second one.
It was good.
Yeah.
Not as good as the first, but it was good.
Yeah. And then, like, you got to go, like, the old classics. Like I said, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer was great.
The claymation
Frosty.
ones,
Yeah,
yes.
the claymations.
Yep.
Yeah, like, those are, like, stuff that we grew up with. So, like, those are always going to stick in my head. And be
Charlie
like-
Brown Christmas.
Yeah. Scrooged is another classic that I like.
I like Charlie Brown Christmas every other 5 years because Charlie Brown pisses me off.
Oh yeah.
He's so negative.
All right, so
Yeah.
we'll see you in 2024. Another next election. I gotcha.
Basically,
And I don't know if I got anything else I could really add right now that I would say that I'm fully behind that I would consistently watch. Like the rest of those movies, I would watch if they're on. I'm not gonna say Home Alone 2. Yeah.
no. I think after Home Alone, the concept of Home Alone going on to the second
Yeah.
one pretty much lost it. After that, still good, taking place in a hotel in New York, but whatever. Okay, so I think we're done with our list. Nick, you had some contenders you want to throw in there, like honorable mentions or anything?
Yeah, I
like
mean,
that, or you good?
we've basically got all over all of them. I think the only one that we haven't talked about was the Snowman I had on there, which was like
was that with Michael Keaton?
no, that was Jack Frost
Jack
with Michael
Frost, yes,
Keaton.
I'm
I
sorry.
never saw that one. No, the
Pretty good.
Snowman came out in like the late 70s, early 80s. It was like another one of those made for TVs based on a book about a boy who spends the day with the snowman or the night with the snowman and then wakes up the next morning to find him melted and all that business. So it was a very nice story. It was another one that was on the VHS growing up as a kid. So it was one close to the heart for me.
Okay, I see. And honorable mentions. Let's just go through any horror Christmas movies over there. Gremlins supposedly a horror movie, but that's a Christmas movie. What about Krampus?
Never
Yeah,
saw Krampus.
Never. I've
can't
seen
say
bits and
that I
pieces of it fully. I haven't had to watch it. It's oh my god, it's stupid, but at some time it's a good laugh. Black Christmas, no one. Let's
Nope.
see, a Christmas horror story. Nope. Okay, well we're reaching here, so
What about Medea Saves Christmas?
we're di-
Anybody see A Nightmare Before Christmas?
I have. I started
I've never
watching
saw
recently.
that.
It's good. I want to say my wife likes that.
You want to say? You don't know for sure?
I
Jay,
don't know because-
you don't make statements like that and not get in trouble, buddy. You either know or you don't.
I know our sister likes it,
Yes, she does. Our sister likes it. I want to say yes.
but I feel
wanna-
like they
'cause-
celebrate it. They watch it for Halloween and they watch it for Christmas, so I'm confused. It says A Nightmare Before Christmas, but everyone's watching on Halloween as well. So
Well, because it takes place in Halloween Town
Yeah.
or Halloweenville, whatever, Halloween world.
So
I
don't
can't.
know.
I don't know. I've never seen
saw
it
it,
fully.
don't
I've
know.
seen bits and pieces. I get the idea of what's going on. It's not
it's
bad.
Tim Burton. So
Yeah, my oldest
Can't be that bad, right?
my oldest enjoys it, and she likes the one song from it that she's been singing a lot lately. It's very, very, very annoying. at this point.
Maybe we'll
So-
sample and have her sing it on the podcast.
Sure, I
Record
will.
it.
I'll let her know.
You should record her and then add it on. Make that the intro.
Okay, I'll do that. She's pretty good at
Or
her-
actually make
her
it
new
the
singing
outro
one.
so people know what it is.
I got you.
What's this? Really rare. What's this? What's in there? What's this? Really rare. What's this?
Okay, so there's that. We're going to take a quick short break. We'll come back with the Battle Royale, I guess. Are these considered Christmas movies?
Folks, Merry Christmas.
Get them back. Knock them back. Now I have a machine gun. Ho, ho, ho.
You disgust me. How can you live with yourself?
Just cool it, Zippy.
You sit on a throne of lies.
Would you please tell her that you're not really Santa Claus? That there actually is no such person?
Well, I'm sorry to disagree with you, Mrs. Walker, but not only is there such a person, but here I am to prove it.
No. You misunderstand. I want you to tell her the truth. What's your name?
Kris Kringle.
Santa. A child's been missed! You want to wake up the whole North Pole?
Good idea. A child's been missed!
Arthur! Who cares about one single child?
I took a shower washing every body part with Astral soap, including all my major crevices, including in between my toes and in my belly button, which I never did before but sort of enjoyed. I washed my hair with the Don't Formula shampoo and used cream rinse for that Just Wash shine. I can't seem to find my toothbrush, so I'll pick one up when I go out today. Other than that, I'm in good shape.
And we're back. Reels, Booze, and Bros, RB2. So,
Wasn't expecting that intro, but okay.
yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed that. Maybe I'll just put that in the front. We'll just go with that. Now, we got our top five. Brian's
Jumbled mix.
jumbled mix. Nick's 7 lists over there. What's going on?
Hey,
now-
man, just don't hate me because I'm prepared.
like he's way prepared. He got an A++ on this. So let's bring it to the next one. Are these Christmas movies? Brian, Die Hard.
No.
You fucking mother. All right, Nick. Your thoughts? Is Die Hard a Christmas movie?
I mean, does it take place during Christmas?
It does take place during Christmas. There's a Christmas at the Nakatomi building. There's
Okay.
a company Christmas party going on. There's
Yeah,
Christmas
but
lights.
that's
There's
it.
Christmas music.
Like, that doesn't mean it's an actual Christmas movie.
I don't know. Like, to me, a Christmas movie, I don't know if I can. You know what, though? I can't really go down this road and say, like, it's a family movie because I put Bad Santa on there, and I'm not watching that with my kids. So I
No,
can't
Die
really.
Hard is not a family movie.
No, so it's.
Yippee-ki-yay,
but I'm just
motherfucker.
saying that I can't use
Yeah.
family movie as the criteria for my Christmas
No.
movies because I just have Bad Santa, so that I'll be a little bit of hypocrite on that one. But like I don't know. I think like there's got to be some kind of like lesson learned. At least in like Bad Santa, like he changed and he became a better person. You know what I'm saying? Like was there any evolution like that in there?
Yes,
Like
there was. John McClane made up with his wife and to try it again.
That's a typical marriage. That wasn't Christmas or Die Hard. You know.
And-
I mean,
He saved the people of the Nakatomi building
yeah.
with Carl Winslow.
Well, if he didn't have
at the bottom.
life-death experience, he wouldn't have made up with his wife. So,
You don't know
I
that.
don't know. It's kind of like the Speed thing where Sandra Bullock doesn't want to be in a relationship because the high adrenaline and that they don't last long. It's,
Listen, they
it's
were
the high you're caught
they
up in
were,
the
friends
moment.
with
You're like,
benefits.
I just
The
stop
start of
these terrorists. I can do anything. I can even fix our marriage. No, you can't, fool.
That's not what happened during the process. He came because he's like, I'm gonna try to fix my marriage. She's already out on the West Coast in a new job, and he's at the.
she moved on.
Yeah, she moved. But then,
I think we're sidetracked here. I got us a little sidetracked. But no, it's not, Jay. I'm sorry. I don't know. I can't do it. I love it. It's one of my favorite movies all time. But it just does not feel right
And like
to call that a Christmas movie.
I would say it's one of the best action movies of all time. It's and you arguably have arguably put him on the Mount Rushmore as greatest villains of all time, and Hans Gruber. It just doesn't equal Christmas to me.
Mount Rushmore, you'd put Hans on there?
I think so. He's up there. Him, Darth Vader.
I mean, if Darth Vader had like 6 films.
I know, but
that's
still.
how you get on the Mount Rushmore. You think one movie gets you on that
Yeah,
Mount
why not?
Rushmore? All right.
Listen.
All right.
It's
That's
a
an
Christmas-
argument for another
I'll tell you
time.
what.
We'll table that one.
Die Hard is a Christmas movie. I'll tell you why. The AV Club sells sweatshirts about saying it's a Christmas movie. You know why? Because the director, John McTiernan, recent interview with American Film Institute about how Die Hard became a Christmas movie, says there's a 12-minute clip reveals an unexpected inspiration for his shoot-'em-up action film. What do you think it is?
People Christmas caroling?
The 1946 Christmas classic, It's a Wonderful Life. Specifically, the Pottersville sequence, McTiernan says in an interview, which is what happens when the evil banker gets to do what he wants in the community without George getting in the way to stop it. And it's the clearest demonstration and criticism of runaway, unregulated cowboy capitalism that's ever been done in an American movie. Boom. It's a Christmas movie.
What?
I don't agree with that. And you want to know why? I feel like most Christmas or holiday movies come out around the holiday. That came out in August. So I don't want to hear that it was meant to be a Christmas movie when you're coming out with it in August as a summer blockbuster.
Yeah, because
there's no summer blockbusters for Christmas movies.
Yeah.
Okay? Like, it's just the way it's done. It comes out around Thanksgiving or right before Christmas, so they know you're going to be there because it's a goddamn Christmas movie.
Yeah,
this ain't a Christmas movie.
Yeah, but that's
sorry.
But that has totally changed because
Don't apologize for being right.
Do you remember Hocus Pocus? You know when that came out? Also August, because they wanted it as a summer box office movie, and it only became a cult classic later on.
Yeah, when it came out,
they
end of
started
August?
showing it.
Yeah, and it wasn't
wasn't
considered.
So these are different times than when these movies came out. They wanted them to do the best. One of the best times when people go to movies. In the summer.
Yeah,
so that's why they released them at those time frames.
Just because
that movie also
I
been
don't
out
know.
for 6 months
I
at
don't,
that time.
Brian. I don't necessarily agree with your argument. I don't think that really helps our case because I think Jay's right. Back then, it was about those blockbusters,
It was.
getting them in.
They wanted to make
getting
money.
them in when they could make the money, and you know, I just because it was released in August. But I mean, it doesn't make it a Christmas movie though, just because back then they would release a Christmas movie or Hocus Pocus back in August.
Okay,
Yeah.
so what would be considered a Christmas movie? Is it the fact that it takes place during Christmas, or does it have a Christmassy feel? Like a feel-good movie? Are you happy? Are there presents being laid? Is Santa Claus being shown?
The story has to involve Christmas in itself. Like, they're not really involving Christmas in the movie. Like,
I mean, they are because they have the holiday party. It is. They do. For me, that's not why it's not a Christmas because there is arguments about how they do make it about Christmas and you know it's Christmas time in the movie.
I'm not saying you don't know it's Christmas time, but it for me, I don't know. It's tough to explain, but it's just not a Christmas movie for me. Whatever.
So here's what one of my things about why it has to be a Christmas movie is that there's got to be some kind of evolution of the character, right? Like they have to have this moment where they have this realization that either, you know, they need to become this better person or like in the Christmas Story, it was the opposite that he has value in the life. There's some kind of realization in that and about, you know, your I guess standing in the world and where you are and the things you do and how they contribute to the way others feel around you, right? So for me, and based on that movie, Die Hard, doesn't really fit a Christmas.
I agree with that.
But
So
for that,
you're saying there's no growth and realization of what happened. That
No.
there's no revelation in the entire movie. So,
but the only thing he realizes is that he could take on terrorists all by himself. That's the only growth and realization that he has in that movie.
Whoa! You're telling me Carl Winslow, I forgot his name as the cop down on the bottom, is not helping him throughout this entire mission? That's his Robin. He's Batman, and
But
that's
what does that
Robin
have-
down there. So he had help.
Okay, but there was no growth in the character.
So you're telling me the definition of a Christmas movie is a growth
For
in,
me.
in the character. For you,
For
okay.
me, that's what I
Okay.
have to see. For
so
me,
it's basically let's take Scrooge for example. So Scrooge is like, oh, everyone sucks. 3 ghosts visit him. You suck, dick. And he's like, oh yay, Christmas.
Right.
All right, Christmas. It's a Christmas
I was
movie.
I was a jerk. Now let me help Tiny Tim and give him some money. You know, like
Here's a Christmas ham. Okay.
right? Even the Santa Claus with Tim Allen, right?
Yeah.
Before that, he was a little bit of a Scrooge. He just was about the money and and he didn't really care about the things that are important in life for some. Right.
All right,
And then at
Scott
the end of
Calvin
it, he
became real.
realizes those things. You know what I'm saying? Like it has got to be that evolution of the character. Either it's got to be strictly like a Christmas character, such as Frosty the Snowman or the Grinch or
Rudolph,
Santa,
yeah.
right? Or there's got to be Rudolph, or there's got to be that. And even Rudolph had the evolution of the character where Rudolph came to realize his sense of worth, even though he's got the red nose and he's an outcast. You know, like I think that's got to be a big part of it to be called a Christmas movie.
Fantastic. I just remember. Imagine we had this conversation like I don't know, like 10 years ago. You're thinking Die Hard's a Christmas movie. You'd be like, man, fuck you. It's a Christmas movie. Give me another beer.
I gotta tell you, back then, even then, I didn't think it was a Christmas. I never associated it with Christmas.
You guys
I
suck.
don't know.
This is like the other guys all over again. All right. Then you know what? How about this? I'll give you some other throwing out there. What about Trading Places? What about Batman Returns? Lethal Weapon? Iron Man 3?
All right. So coming into this, I had some strong no's, but after really coming to terms on what I define has to be a part of a Christmas movie, Lethal Weapon kind of can be a Christmas movie.
Jesus Christ. Here we go.
Because Mel Gibson's character experiences that growth where he's that loner who's only by himself and doesn't really, even though he's a loner because he's got the wife and the
wife died.
Right, the dead wife or whatever. But, like he opens up and brings people back into his life. He has that growth.
Was legit, like in the first scene, suicidal.
Right.
And then he comes to the realization of meeting with Danny Glover. He's like, I want to be around and be.
There's still things worth living for.
Yeah, part of their family, sort of deal. Like,
yes.
So for me, based on what I said before, Lethal Weapon, you can say it has that type of growth by the main character in it.
It's got a great fight scene at the end.
It's just got a great everything in that movie. It's a great movie, but like I said, coming into it, for me that was a strong no. But I can definitely. I can definitely hear it.
Yeah.
I'd be open to a debate of a yes, and I'm leaning towards a yes on Lethal Weapon.
What? So you can take any kind of movie. So if you throw one Christmas tree in there, and then the guy has a character growth, you're like, that's a Christmas movie. It's considered. There's more Christmas theme going on in Die Hard than there was in Lethal Weapon.
Way.
Yes.
No
They
way.
are legit at a motherfucking holiday Christmas party.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, inside
Because
the
of one holiday party,
Yeah.
that's more of a.
They're literally shopping for Christmas trees in Lethal Weapon.
Yeah, and then that's it. And they shop.
And then he has to run off.
Then he's got a car that goes through the. Isn't there a scene where the car goes through the front window and it crashes into the Christmas tree?
At the house, at the person's house.
And doesn't it end like, aren't they having Christmas dinner?
And they have a fight on the front lawn right there. So
right? Aren't they having Christmas dinner at the end?
ridiculous.
Isn't that how it ends? If it's not the end scene, isn't that one of the end scenes? Is that they're all together having
Okay.
Christmas dinner?
Then what about Batman Returns? Huh?
No.
That's a hard no for me. That's a hard no.
That's all during Christmas.
Just because it's during
But
Christmas.
we already had this. Just because it's during Christmas.
So you're saying Batman doesn't have a character realization?
No.
What about the Penguin? What about Catwoman?
No.
Huh? Oh my goodness.
No.
So then you
So
guys.
you really think Batman Returns is a Christmas movie?
No, but I just want to be.
Okay. So then, all right, I don't want to hear it. Okay.
I do want to hear it. The audience wants to hear it. They just text me.
Yeah.
Our one viewer, actually, we had one viewer. We had a live audience of one, and he just left. He would agree with me, I think.
Yeah, but he was also shaking his head vigorously no when you listed Elf as a top movie. So I don't know if now's the time you want him to be on your side.
That's why he left. He had to use the bathroom. Okay, so what else you got? What else you guys got? I'm gonna throw movies out here. Come on, let's.
Well, we
Mr.
started talking
Overprepared,
Trading
Unprepared.
Places. Where are we? For me, based on what we discussed, that I'm now leaning towards yes on Trading Places being a Christmas movie.
On who has the character growth? Is it Eddie Murphy's character or the two white guys?
I think that all four of them have a little bit of character
growth.
growth.
In there too? Yes. Oh man.
He goes from rich to poor.
I think that all four of them have a little bit.
Okay. I got you.
You know, and then I wrote the last one that I had down on there was While You Were Sleeping.
Which one?
But for me, that's the Sandra Bullock one where she's the ticket person at the train station, and she loves this one guy she's never met before, and you know he falls down. And they think she's the fiance or something, and then she winds up falling for the brother who she actually talks to. It's not a Christmas movie.
It's not one bit.
Just by describing
just
it,
happens
saying,
during Christmas. That's about it.
It is not a good movie at all.
But it's listed when you talk about Christmas movies. People list it as a Christmas movie.
Yeah, because it's like they got it's more on the female side because there's a nice love story going on.
You say you like to watch love stories and you never watched While You Were Sleeping?
Listen,
Sandra Bullock, come on.
I've watched a lot of movies. I've watched
poser.
a lot of shit. But that's not one of them.
And that is shit.
Listen, it's not one of Sandra Bullock's best.
Yeah.
So, it's not that good. So, Brian, what do you think? I'll throw one over there. Here's another character growth. So Nick is all about the character growth. So, Iron Man 3 has character growth. And now it's a Marvel Cinematic Universe.
But in the third one?
Yes, he does.
It does. Well,
so, wait, hold on. Remind me once again. What's the plot line on the third one? Because they start becoming blurred.
Nothing to do with Christmas. So
it does. It takes place during Christmas, and he has a character growth.
Oh no! But so you're not answering. Who's the bad guy?
Let me explain.
It's the.
Is that the one with the British guy?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
I don't remember anything happening about Christmas in that movie.
What is it? The Mandalorian? Is the guy's name?
No, that's
No,
it's not the Mandalorian.
What's his?
It is with an M though. I can't remember what it is.
What's the bad guy? The.
It's actually escaped me at this point of time because you got me confused with the Mandalorian.
Yeah,
and I don't think about Baby Yoda.
Which now they're talking about in the MCU that wasn't the actual one.
Yeah,
that he's gonna come later.
He's gonna be in a 10 Rings or whatever.
Yeah, because
Yeah. But anyway, that's the character. But it's not even. He's not even because he's not even the bad guy. He's just a fake guy.
Right. It was the weapons dealer.
Yeah. So I mean, is there growth from Tony Stark? Yeah, there is. But that's it. It's his own person. Like he can't deal with what happened after him almost dying in the Avengers movie.
Yeah, coping with something and having growth, I think, are two totally different things. And for me, building my own rules of what bases a Christmas movie, I don't think coping is. Although Lethal Weapon, he kind of did cope with it.
Mm-hmm. I don't know.
I can't. No, that's not the theme.
No.
That
when you
screams
think Iron
out
Man,
to me.
You do not think of holidays. You don't think of.
Was there even a Christmas song in Iron Man 3?
Yes, there was. When he's building the suit in the beginning, there's a Christmas theme playing going on. There's one Christmas song going on. I don't remember the exact song. So he's going after the head guy of AIM, and his name's Killian, and his Malibu mansion gets destroyed. He jettisons off and lands in the middle of nowhere. He meets up with this little boy, becomes his sidekick, and it's during Christmas time. He comes to realization. Basically, he took everything for granted. He wants to change. This little boy helps him see and goes on to defeat Killian and Extremis. And then he basically destroys all of his suits of armor, showing the Pepper Potts. He loves him. He's only there for her. And he gives like this young boy, hooks up his entire garage with this amazing stuff.
Yeah, some nice tech.
Yeah, some crazy tech.
Still not Christmas.
So, okay.
No. I'm looking it up now. No, I just can't buy it. I can't buy it.
Okay. I'm just saying, but it says there's growth. Happens during Christmas time.
Rebuilding and retribution. I get it. No, I can't do it. I can't even dip my toe on this one.
My big toe, he weighs that much. That's another side joke by our friend Jamie.
Let's not talk about jokes like that.
I see. Anyway, regardless, I threw a bunch out there. Just saying. Brian, I know you're unprepared, but come on. What do you got?
That I could think of that are questionable movies. Like I said, you could also say Die Hard 2 is technically a Christmas movie because it's during Christmas. But
no, Die Hard 2 is just straight up more action. Because in Die Hard, his wife is there. He's trying to rescue her. He realizes how much he loves her.
Just saying,
there's character
you could
growth
throw it in there.
on, so you could throw it in there. You know, you also throw in there Rocky 4.
Well, he does fight on Christmas.
Oh, so is the Rocky 4 not considered a Christmas movie?
No.
It's definitely not.
What about there's character growth for our most hated person, Adrian Balboa? She's just like, I hate you. Then she's like cheering for him on the fight. And
she cheers for him at every fight.
No, she doesn't. She even told him, you can't win. Fucking bitch.
But during the fight, she always cheers for him.
Yeah, but she shows up in Russia. She goes to
I don't care. She, in the middle of the fight, she says, stop the fight. Stop the fight. Don't try to sway me. I'm Adrian. I hate her.
Look, we've all said you punch her in the face. Nobody's
yeah,
arguing that here.
Listen, she's...
But you gotta give her...
I get it. She's trying to protect him at that time. Stop the fight. Stop the fight. But she even told him before, you can't win. She's done it multiple times. She's a terrible person.
All right.
Terrible.
Christmas
Terrible.
with the Cranks. Christmas movie?
I feel like it has to be.
Right?
I guess.
What about there's Jingle All the Way, right? Isn't that another one with
That's a Christmas movie.
Sinbad, right?
Yes, that's Sinbad. Was that the one where he's fighting for the doll or no?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, that's the one where he's fighting for the doll to fight the. He's trying to get the last doll of the action hero. He's like portraying.
Last Holiday, and the only reason I'm bringing this up is that my wife and my parents just watched this last night, or 2 nights ago. Last Holiday with Queen Latifah. Christmas movie or not?
I have never seen it, so I have not a clue.
Don't know. Never seen it.
It's another one takes place during Christmas. I don't know. Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. I'm on goodhousekeeping.com, by the way, and they have Planes, Trains, and Automobiles listed as a Christmas movie.
Yeah, I saw that. That's going on there. So I'm not...
That's a great one. I mean, it's getting home for the holidays. Mm-hmm. I don't know.
No, that's not one at all. There's like several that's on there. I said Gremlins can be considered. Is Gremlins considered a Christmas movie, though it takes place during Christmas time?
100%. How is that not a Christmas movie?
I don't know. You explained it to me. That was on your list, Nick.
So, first off, they were a Christmas present. All right? And there's a lesson to be learned about following the rules and not being lax on rules, right? You know, they get these rules. The growth is that this kid knows you can't just be like somebody that just, does whatever and doesn't worry about rules and doesn't take care of his car. As we see in the beginning, he can't start his Beetle, which I don't know how you have a Beetle and you can't start it. Those things are like tanks. But anyways, yeah, I mean, that shows the growth of him. That he realizes he's got to take care of things, So I don't know how that's not. I mean, Christmas is a prevailing theme throughout the movie. And there's growth in the character, so to me, it's a Christmas movie.
I say, but there's no growth in Die Hard.
No! How can you seriously say that? 4 Christmases. Here's another one.
I love that's a good one.
Yes, that's very good.
Is that a Christmas movie?
Oh, damn right it is. The whole movie's based on Christmas.
Yes.
It's fantastic. They legit go to 4 different houses for Christmas, each one of their mother and fathers, because they're both their parents are divorced, so they go to each one. Have you seen it or no?
Oh, I've seen 4 Christmases.
It's hands down a Christmas movie.
Absolutely.
Yeah. It's very tiring going to all those houses.
I just love the beginning. Listen, bitch, I'm talking to you.
For me, the scene that I love the most is when
from the Bison State.
For when they go to, I think it's his family's house and the brothers there and they're playing the games and the brothers games, the way he plays with his wife and how they are with each other, I'm just like dying in that scene. That was one of my top scenes in that one.
Okay, good. All right, anything else we want to throw out there? Or are we just gonna?
Anyone see The Holiday? I didn't see that one.
No. Do you want an honorable mention the Hallmark Channel?
Yeah. Anything
No.
on Hallmark
Anything on
from
there that's
December
can't
1,
stand that
December
one.
that's a
31?
consider a Christmas movie?
No, I'm not gonna do it. I can't stand Hallmark. Nope.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, so there's plenty of Christmas movies out there. I think we've touched on a few that should be, and some consider not should be. Other than that, these are some of our favorites. So I want to say, anything else you want to add, change, or delete to this, guys? Throw in there some contenders.
I feel like one that I didn't mention that I do like that's been on, and it's a newer one, was Why Him? That's with James Franco
Yes.
and Brian.
Oh,
yes,
yes.
Bryan Cranston.
I was surprised nobody brought that one up.
That was I forgot about it, but maybe if I wrote a list down, it would.
Yeah, to me that I could see that
That is a Christmas movie.
there's growth, right?
Yeah.
There's
And
growth.
It obviously takes place during Christmas. They were going to have Christmas
Yep.
at the house
Yep.
in California, and then
You could debate that one with me.
Yeah, that was good. I forgot about that movie. I remember when they show up to the best in the beginnings. They're like, "This is the house." Like, is this the house? No, this is just the gate, the guard's house. It's like it's actually a regular. It's the size of my house now. And it goes to like a mansion in the back. So it was good. That's a great segue into what the next movie we'll be doing on our next podcast is. This is the end. We'll get onto that in a second. But let's final thoughts. I guess we all concluded. I'm glad we all agreed that Die Hard is a Christmas movie. Thanks, guys.
I'm not even gonna do it. You're not gonna get me started. It's not happening.
I'm gonna fucking edit all this out.
Whatever you want to believe.
I'm gonna edit all this out until you guys agree with me on this.
Whatever you
Die
wanna
Hard
believe.
is a Christmas movie. So, next podcast. This is the end. I am very, very excited for this one. I remember Brian and I saw this in theaters together.
yes, so good. And for those who are listening who have never actually seen a movie with my brother Jay, that is an experience in itself.
Yes.
And especially when you go to a comedy movie like this, he's the reason why you laugh the whole movie. Like, don't get me wrong, this movie is hysterical, but he keeps you laughing because he cannot stop laughing, and that's what makes this movie even better. So
Yeah, I'm that asshole.
That's a sidebar note.
I'm that asshole who laughs, points at the screen, says what's going on, continues to laugh. Nick can attest for this. We had our first double date and dinner with schmucks. The opening
Fucking
scene,
rats.
the opening credits basically. I pretty much almost lost my wife. She's like, "Who is this asshole? And why is he laughing at a bunch of?"
I think you did, and then somehow you managed to get her back. Like, I think that's the reality of the story. Is I think you did, and somehow in your suave J ways managed to pull her back in. It was like the fisherman who's like, "I'm not gonna let it go. I'm gonna pull it back in," and somehow you managed to pull it out, buddy.
Oh, I got $1. Try to catch it. Oh. That was me with my wife, tempting her. I don't know why she bit, but yes. I won in that battle. I'll tell you that. All right, guys. Christmas. I hope you all have a wonderful Christmas and a happy holiday. 2020 sucks. We're gonna close it out with "This Is the End" because we're gonna. God damn, this year was very rough on everybody. But let's go out with a bang and a funny bang.
Yes.
2021 is going to be great. So, Reels, Booze, and Bros, this is us. I'm your host, Jay. My co-host, Brian and Nick. RB2. Catch us out on Twitter at RB2 Podcast. Follow us on Patreon. Other social media, it'll eventually come there. But follow us, and you can catch us on any other platform to listen to. Spotify. We are actually on Apple Podcasts now, which is great, guys. Yeah, we got all of our stuff's on there. If you listen to Apple Podcast, you can the Google Play podcast, whatever that's called. Can't forget any other podcast listening out there. We're out there. All right, thanks for tuning in, and we will see you next time. I feel it in my fingers. I feel it in my toes. Christmas is all around me, and so the feeling grows. Love Actually, ladies and gentlemen. Love Actually. I hope you enjoyed that rendition.